Hello, and welcome to the second day of our virtual new student orientation. Today, we will have presentations regarding our platforms of Starfish, Blackboard, and Bannerweb. We will also have presentations regarding our academic resource centers. We will additionally hear from someone representing our diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging areas. Thank you very much for joining us for these past 2 days, and have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Hi, I am Dr. Hideko Serra. I am the Director of Equity, Inclusion, and Belonging here at Morehouse College. And I wanted to send the most heartfelt, sincere welcome to the college. And I also wanted to show my deepest respect for you and then also your loved ones who prepared you to be here today. And we are so happy to have you. And one of my good friends in higher education used to give this quote, and then I would like to start from there. The start of something new brings the hope of something great. You will pass this way only once. Do it right and do it well. And 4 years ahead of you will be filled with a lot of excitement and then also challenges. But you wouldn't be here if you had not been deemed ready to take on this task. So in that vein, I definitely would like to add to echoing of all these people welcoming you to the college. In my role as Director of Equity, Inclusion, and Belonging, and my background is that of clinical psychology, I definitely want to share my passion with all of you that belonging and a sense of belonging is something that all human beings deserve and crave. So regardless of your differences, regardless of our sameness in our humanity, I would like to welcome all of you and explore the next phase of your life while you're here at the college to discover who you are meant to be. And in that journey, we will be happy to partner with you, and we will be happy to walk beside you. And I know all of you must be so overwhelmed and tired with all these messages and information. So I am going to cut this one very, very short. And I will give you my email address, which is HIDEKO period SERA, Hideko Sarah at morehouse.edu. And if you have any questions or any concerns, if you want to stop by and then say hello, I would love that very, very much. And as I will be seeing all of you in the next year, academic year, I sincerely hope that I will get to know you better, and I'll be able to have deep conversations with you that you will be enjoying and then experiencing substantive, transformative educational experiences here at the college. And in closing, I would like to share this, which is that no one person comes to a college or university, goes through this kind of experience and come in as the same person as they leave. That is not going to happen. You will be forever transformed. And be open to those changes, be open to other people who may not hold the same opinions or worldviews as you do. The beauty of college experience is that you will be able to mingle and learn from people who may not otherwise be in your life. And especially at Morehouse College, which is one of the most prominent HBCUs in the nation, transformation.
Welcome, incoming freshman class. Because Morehouse College is committed to student success, we've partnered with EAB to bring you an amazing online success tool called Starfish. This video is designed to introduce you to the Starfish platform and to highlight its key features and functions so that you'll know how to use it when class starts. Here's my contact info. I am Dr. Tanya Clark. I'm a faculty member here at Morehouse College. I teach English and Africana Studies, and I'm also the Starfish Student Success System Manager. So if you have any questions or concerns as it relates to Starfish, don't hesitate to call me or send me an email. So what is Starfish? First, I'm going to show you a brief video that explains what Starfish is.
Colleges and universities want all students to persist and achieve their academic goals. It's challenging for an institution to best help their students because offices are siloed. Advisors are overburdened and don't have a holistic view of their students' needs. Meanwhile, demographic changes are driving diverse student needs. To evolve, institutions need data for greater insight into student outcomes. Adult learners and first-generation students reflect today's diverse higher ed population. Without the proper supports, these students are harder to retain. Any student may face challenges that take them off track or delay their progress. When students don't finish, institutions also feel the impact, from reduced tuition and performance-based funding to institutional reputation. To thrive, students need a strong support network. But their success should not be the responsibility of only one advisor, one office, or one department. Instead, it's time to serve each student holistically. Starfish works with more than 500 institutions to help them scale student success efforts and meet students' complex needs. Starfish consultants help leaders manage cultural and technological change to improve all student outcomes. Starfish provides an easy way for advisors to scale their efforts with early alerts, success plans, and appointments. Starfish connects formerly siloed offices in an informed, connected campus community. Now, all stakeholders have a holistic view of the student and their needs. Many students face roadblocks to connect their purpose to a career goal. Using Starfish, advisors can help students chart an academic path and maintain momentum towards that goal. Starfish Analytics helps advisors prioritize which students need help today. Campus leadership can use Starfish Analytics to identify at-risk student populations and develop the programs to support them. Analytics can also reveal patterns and trends in courses with poor student outcomes. Starfish enables institutions to identify and support the students who need help, guides students on a successful academic path towards their career, and manages change to achieve student success. A holistic and integrated student success approach is required to meet the needs of today's students. To learn more on how Starfish supports your student success goals, let's connect.
So as you can see, Starfish is an intuitive web-based advising and support tool that empowers students to achieve their academic, career, and life goals. You can really think of Starfish as a system that puts students in the center of the Morehouse community and connects them quickly and efficiently to advisors, professors, and professional staff. You can use Starfish to know right away when there's a concern with your progress in a course. You can check on your progress in a course in real time, get connected to support services. You can receive encouragement from faculty and staff who recognize that you're working hard to succeed. It really does enable you to connect with the college in a meaningful way. And you will feel empowered that you have the knowledge you need to access the community stakeholders. You can use any of your devices, your phone, your laptop, a desktop computer, or a tablet anytime and anywhere to access Starfish. So how do you find Starfish? You can find it two ways. It lives in the Okta portal and in Blackboard. Some of your professors might even have a link to it in their email signatures. Either way, getting to Starfish is always easy and seamless with the other systems that you're already going to be using on campus. So these 6 tabs are links to videos that will show you how to do some of the most important functions in the Starfish platform. So one of the first things you need to do is set up your profile. This is as easy as adding a short bio about who you are and a picture. You'll also need to know how to use your dashboard. Your dashboard is the place where you'll land every time you log into Starfish. You'll be able to access your calendar, your success network, and make your appointments all from your dashboard. So it's important that you understand how to use it. Another important feature that you will be using throughout your time here at Morehouse when using Starfish is making an appointment. Your professors and advisors and support staff will have their schedules available in Starfish, and you can use the system to set up your appointments. Along with that, you can then view in all your upcoming appointments so that you can stay organized and stay on time and meet your professors and advisors when you're scheduled to. Next, you can also use the system to request help. If you're unsure who to ask about a particular question or concern or issue that you're having, you can always go to Starfish and click the Request Help button, and your request will be sent to the proper person and they will reach out. And finally, Starfish operates on what they call a success network, and that is the people who are in your immediate circle that are charged with helping you succeed here at Morehouse College. It might be your professors, your advisors, a coach, but several people will make up members of your success network. So you'll need to know how to find them. This video will explain more about the network and how to utilize it. So after today's tutorial, you will receive this slide deck. And each one of these is a clickable link that opens up a very short video. So I advise you strongly to watch each of these so that you can get a head start on using this critical system here at Morehouse. And finally, you have homework. I wouldn't be a good professor if I did not assign any homework. So after watching the video resources explained on the previous slide, I want you to do the following activities before the start of the semester. I want you to complete your profile and upload a picture. Just as you are getting to know your professors and advisors, we are also getting to know you. Your profile and your picture will go a long ways towards establishing that initial connection between yourself and the people you're going to be involved with in any given semester. You should also familiarize yourself with at least one service in your Student Success Network. There are several. There's tutoring, there's the Writing Center, and there's the Student Accessibility Office. So become familiar with the resources that the college offers by looking at your Success Network. And then finally, if you have any questions or concerns, again, don't hesitate to call my office or send me an email. Welcome again to Morehouse College, and I hope you have a very successful start of your academic matriculation here at our school.
Greetings and welcome to the Morehouse College Information Session for Fall 2021. My name is Dr. Martha Madkins. I am the Associate Provost of Online Education. I'm happy to greet you on behalf of Morehouse College today. What I will do today is talk a little bit about how we use our learning management system and other tools to navigate the space for you to complete your online course, your courses, some online as well, at Morehouse. And I paused there because some of you might have an online course. Some of you might have what we call a blended course, meaning that it has some online component and some face-to-face component. And then some of you might have face-to-face. As we continue to migrate from the pandemic of last year, we continue to modify our schedule. And so you will see, meeting with your advisors and looking at your schedule, that some of your courses might be not necessarily totally in person. So we want you to make sure that you're using or able to navigate the learning management system and other tools. And you'll use those as well in your face-to-face courses. As we always start off with everything, and I'm sure you have this already memorized, and that is the Morehouse College mission statement. So questions about the answered in this orientation session. What to expect when taking a course, as I said, whether it's online, hybrid, or face-to-face. What are your technology requirements? What basic computer skills are needed? How and when to log into your course? And I said online, and that's all courses. How to participate in your course and turn in work? Where to purchase textbooks? What student support services are available? And who to contact with questions. So definitely you want to have the basic computer skills. And I'm sure everyone here has the basic computer skills of internet browsing. We've all browsed the internet, whether we're ordering from Amazon, whether we're Googling, that's a form of browsing. Using email, word processing, which could be Microsoft Word, it can be Google. Uploading, downloading, saving, and retrieving files. And in some cases, installing software. Now, when I say software, some of your textbooks might require, in lieu of a textbook, might require you to have a code where you have all of your content loaded so that you can access it through your computer instead of carrying around a textbook. But that's a course by course, and your instructors will give you that information. So course content and assignments in Blackboard. So what is Blackboard? And I'm going to change the screen a little bit. Course content and assignments in Blackboard. Blackboard has course content, there's assignments, there's discussions, some instructors have quizzes, and especially if you're going to have an online course, you're going to have all of your content. There's a certain level of independent learning that's needed as you navigate the space of Blackboard. So it requires self-motivation, discipline, and great time management skills. When I say time management, meaning that you need to log into Blackboard daily to see if there's any announcements from your instructors, any updates to any assignments. Looking for feedback from the instructor. That generally occurs between 24 and 48 hours, especially in an online and hybrid environment. And frequent participation is key to your success. If your instructor opts to put, say, a discussion thread where you chime in, you answer a question, you reply to fellow students, we want to make sure that you participate in that in a timely manner by all due dates. So what is Blackboard? Blackboard, and you might have used this at other schools, there are a lot of different tools out there, and basically Blackboard is a learning management system. You might have heard of Moodle, Angel, there's a lot of them out there, I'll just say that. Some of them have merged, some of them are, there are new ones in the industry, but we're continuing to use Blackboard on the traditional side for our students. So you will use the Blackboard Learning Management System, and that's where your course content will reside. Every course that you register for will feed from Banner, which is our data system, into Blackboard. So you'll see all of your courses in Blackboard, regardless of the level of Blackboard that your faculty member is using. So let's look at, when we think about if in fact you are enrolled in an online course, what are the myths and what are the realities? Is an online course harder? Not necessarily. All courses require that you are disciplined, that you submit assignments on time, and that you participate in the course content. Some courses are self-paced, but not necessarily, because you'll be required to attend, for example, Zoom meetings with your instructors during the week if your course in fact is an online or hybrid. And some instructors that are teaching traditional might even have that option for you. They might bring in, say, for example, a guest speaker, and they might Zoom that guest speaker in, so you'll be able to interact in real time outside of the classroom, the four walls of your classroom. And our online classes engaging? Of course they are, just like the face-to-face. The engaging means that you make it engaging by interacting with the course. So there's a time commitment to everything. We want you to plan your weekly schedule to include your online and all coursework. And then of course, check your course daily for new content or updates, and always check your Morehouse email. One of the things we want to touch on, and you'll hear more about this from your instructors, you'll definitely see this on your syllabus from your advisor, and that is academic dishonesty and plagiarism. As you're submitting work, whether it's in Blackboard, whether you're turning in a paper, however you're doing that, make sure that you look at the policy manual for plagiarism information. There's in some of the platforms, for example, in Blackboard, there's something called Turn It In. Some instructors set their assignments up that way, and what it does, it scans the paper to make sure that you've cited your resources properly. So make sure that when you're writing your papers and submitting them, that you're following the citations that your instructor given you, and also make sure that you use, for example, Google Scholar, and I'll just use that as a very basic example. If you're citing a paper, you can use Google Scholar, but make sure that your citations are there. Again, the main thing is we want to make sure that you avoid academic dishonesty and plagiarism as you write papers and submit them. So computer technology requirements, we talked about that a little bit. Access to a computer, a PC or a Mac is fine. Mobile device, you can't complete all of your work on a mobile device. You can use it, for example, to check your email, but it's really not a good idea to have that as your primary source of technology. Make sure you have internet access. If you're having problems, check your router or modem for quality. If you're on campus, which most of you are, your internet service is provided through Morehouse. Make sure that if you're having problems, for example, maybe not getting into Blackboard or any other tools, that you make sure that your Google Chrome is updated, or whatever browser that you're using. And again, always have a backup plan. So if you see here, Okta Verify app, and I'm not going to go into a lot of detail with this because you probably got an email from IT with your credentials. One thing I would suggest to you is to download to your phone this app. You can go into the Google Store, or you can go into the Apple Store and put this app on your phone. This will help you authenticate when you log into the Morehouse portal. What will happen is every time you log in, depending on the time that you're away from your computer, it's going to ask you to re-authenticate. There's a push notification that comes to your phone, and it's very easy to just say, "It's me," and then it logs you in. I have a couple of screenshots to kind of display that. So logging into the Morehouse portal. This is the URL that you want to log into your first name dot last name, and then you would hit next. And then it's going to ask for your password. This is where the authentication comes in. When you put in your password, it's going to say the verification was set. See this little blue icon? That's the one I said. That's the Okta Verify app that you want to make sure that you have on your phone. What will happen is when you select, put in your password and hit submit, it's going to send a signal to your phone, and it's going to say, "Is it you?" And you're going to say, "Yes, it's me," and then it'll take you right in. So it's like 2 or 3 clicks and you're right in. But this is a great way to protect, a great firewall to protect data. Now you're in. So after verification, you will gain access to the portal. Now, this is a snapshot of mine, so obviously mine will look a lot different than yours. As an employee, I have access to other things that you might not have access to. But I would say the main ones that you have are Blackboard, you can see here, your email. There's other ones that you definitely want to use, but for now, we'll just say that the Blackboard and the email are the main ones that you want to take a look at. So when you select the Blackboard, let me just go back for a minute. This is what Blackboard looks like. When you click on this, let me just stop and pause here and say, this is a single sign-on. So once you sign on, let's go back. Once you sign on and you're verified, you don't have to sign on to the individual icons here. You will just click on Blackboard and it'll take you right to Blackboard, so you don't have to authenticate again. And this is what you'll see. You'll see your courses listed, and there's a tab up here that'll say My Courses or My Institution, and it'll list all the courses that you're enrolled in. And in order to get into one of your courses, you just click on, select it, and it'll take you right into the course content. This is an example. I just used this as a screenshot of a course. This was from 2020-01, but this is just a visual so you can see what it looks like up close. Once you select the course, now you're inside your Blackboard course. Most of the courses have this template where we have our logo, we have our mission statement. You'll see the Morehouse colors down the side. Now, as a student, you will not see this part. You'll only see the red. This control panel part is for faculty members to control their content. But this is basically what your course looks like. Some instructors have opted to change to other logos and other things they put there that aligns with their curriculum. But for the most part, the navigational structure is the same. So Blackboard, you're encouraged to log in daily. There's evidence of you actively participating through discussion forums, submitting assignments, participating in your synchronous sessions, and completing exams. There are reports that we can pull. If there's any uncertainty, if you're having problems logging in. And as a student, we ask that you participate in your course in a variety of ways. So the most common ways are, and I just mentioned those, and that is discussion boards. So that's basically almost like, it's like a blog or thread that your instructor might put a question out about the content. They might put it out before class and say, okay, answer the discussion question before class, and then when we come to class, we're going to have a deeper dive. Or it might be at the end of class, after a great dialogue in the class, the instructor might say, I'm going to put a question in discussion board, and I need you all to answer those questions, answer 2 of your classmates, and have that and submit that by the end of the week. So there's different ways of collecting and using these tools inside of Blackboard, collecting data from the students. Assignments is another one. If you have a paper, for example, say, for example, your instructor says, okay, Friday, I need you to have a 2 to 3 page paper written. Inside of Blackboard, there's a way to submit that assignment so that the instructor can grade all of the assignments at once. And again, this is a course by course. We're just giving you an overview of some of the features that are available. There's also group assignments. So your instructor might say, okay, we're going to break you all into groups. So it might be groups of 5 and all of you are working on one paper. That's a way to work inside of Blackboard. And then of course there are exams. Some instructors import, build, or create exams in Blackboard. They'll let you know when you can log into Blackboard and take that exam. They might give you a window of Monday to Friday. They might give you a window of 2 hours. It's up to the instructor. But what it does is it allows you to take that exam inside of the learning management system and not necessarily have to take the exam on paper. And again, what the examples I'm giving you will be course by course. So there's a direct link in Blackboard to your Morehouse email account. So inside of Blackboard, there's a function called send email. You can send an email to your instructor or to other students that are enrolled in a course. Who do you contact for support? The first person you want to contact for support is your instructor. Then we have our technical support, which is the help desk. The help desk is not going to answer questions like I can't upload my assignment. That's more of a question for the instructor. The technical support is for password or other things that issues that you might have. Everything about the course content and assignments, you want to definitely ask your instructor. Student services are available. I'm not going to speak a lot about that because we have folks on the session that will talk more about student services, but you know, there's academic advising, obviously, Disability Access Center, and the library, and others. And this is just a snapshot of what our library looks like. It's called the Atlanta University Center Library, and all students at Clark Atlanta, Morehouse, and Spelman can use this same. There are a lot of great resources on here. You can ask the librarian, you can ask questions. Depending on where we are with social distancing in the library, you can physically go there, check out books, get some help with resources as you continue to do your research and write your papers. I'm going to pause here for questions because what we'll do is we'll share a Blackboard screen. I'll do that and navigate through and then see if we have questions. So thank you for joining this session, and I look forward to working with you throughout the semester. Good luck on your educational journey. So I hope that the demonstration was helpful. If you have any questions about Blackboard, how to navigate Blackboard, any questions about it, you can reach out to the help desk, but you can also reach out to me as well. And I put my email in the chat. It is martha.matkins@morehouse.edu. I will direct you to someone that can assist you. I would say probably start with your instructor and with the help desk. But for this particular presentation, if you have questions, you can contact me. This is what your course would typically look like. This is what we call a dashboard, and it kind of gives you a snapshot of what's inside of your course. So I would say that once you get enrolled or once you're access to Blackboard, all of your courses will pretty much look the same. Some instructors might modify or put other pictures or other things up there that relate to content. Know that Africana Studies, they do put some pictures there, and other sociology that align with the content they're delivering. But for the most part, what you want to do is become familiar with this navigational structure here that's on the side. So there's the home page that we see right here. You'll see announcements. This is where your instructor will place announcements. And you'll notice that back here, you can also see the announcements. This is the great thing about having the dashboard. The syllabus link is here. Some instructors opt to use it, some don't. This is generally where they put the syllabus. It might be in a PDF format, it might be in a Word document, but you would click here and your syllabus would reside here. Course content, this is probably the main area in your course. Instructors will have sometimes a folder with content in there. They'll have your quizzes, your tests, resources. Some instructors rename it. Again, this is something they can do. They might call it content. They might rename it to align with their course. But I would say be really familiar with where the course content resides so that you can keep up with your assignments. The professor profile is here, and that is so that instructors can put a little bio and tell you a little bit about themselves, and you generally see that. And then there's tools. There's different tools that we use. One in particular that you hear about is tutoring, but all of the other tools are listed here. For example, if you have McGraw-Hill, one of this, that's a book vendor name, or Cengage or anything like that, those tools will reside inside of what we call the tools area inside of Blackboard. But we purposely put the tools that we thought you would use most often into the navigational structure over here. The discussion board is a threaded discussion where students can interact, student to student and faculty to student. If your instructor is using the discussion thread, it's likely a graded assignment. Make sure that you familiarize yourself with how to reply to the questions in the thread, as well as write students in the thread. I would say go in and take a look at this when you get into your course. If you are going to be in the freshman orientation, well, you all are going to be in a freshman orientation course. When you access it, I put a practice one in here. So when you log in, go ahead and practice using the discussion thread when you get access to this course. That will likely be the first day of class. This is just in here for practice. It's not graded. It's just so that we know that you know how to navigate the space. There's a help button here. I won't click on it, but it gives you all the information. So for example, if you're having problems with Blackboard, you can use the help button. Blackboard Collaborate, that's like the Zoom for Blackboard. So it's built in. Now, some instructors opt to use this and some opt to use Zoom. So it's a course by course. I know that Ilya Davis uses Zoom. There are other instructors that use Collaborate. But basically what Blackboard Collaborate is, it is their version of what we call synchronous tools. Send email feature, you can use this feature to send an email to your fellow students. Now I'm in faculty mode, so I'm going to have more options, but you would be able to email your instructor. So if you're thinking, oh, I forgot what my instructor's email is, you can go right into Blackboard. If you're working in a group, you can select your group. If your instructor has assigned you to groups inside of your course, or if there's a student you want to send an email to, you can do that as well. So this is a great feature. This one is really important. This is where your grades are. So my grades. So as instructors give you feedback in the course, you'll see your grades populated here. This link is to our library. Take a look around and go in and navigate this. The library is a great resource. There's online resources, online help that you can request from the library. So take advantage of that. And it's AUC because it is a consortium. It serves Morehouse, Spelman, and Clark Atlanta. Starfish is what we call the retention tool. You can use this to request tutoring, and one of my colleagues will talk about that shortly. You also just heard a presentation before mine from Dr. Tanya Clark about the Starfish tool. But this is just showing you that the Starfish tool the link is here. Tutoring, they'll talk about that shortly, but this is the quick link to tutoring. And then we also have the student handbook here loaded for you. So if you need to take a look at the student handbook, we have a lot of resources on our website, on the morehouse.edu website, but we also encourage you, if you have questions about policies and procedures, we loaded the student handbook in here. So that's just a quick overview of what the course looks like in Blackboard. And again, most of your courses, well, all of your courses that you're enrolled in will be in Blackboard. Again, it's going to depend on how the instructor uses the tool, but this is what the default standard format looks like. I'm going to pause here and see if we have any questions. Check the chat box. Okay, I don't have any questions. I don't see any questions. So I am going to release the mic. And if you have questions, need any assistance, please feel free to reach out. Thank you so much and good luck in the semesters ahead.
Thank you very, very much. We will now move on to our presentations on the Black Ink Project and the Frederick Douglass Academic Center.
Afternoon, Amanda Morehouse. Welcome. Wishing you a successful first year experience at Morehouse. My name is Nate Normett. I'm a professor in the English department. I'm director of the Writing Center and of the Black Ink Project. My office and the Writing Center is located in Broadley Hall 200. You can reach me by office phone or you can email. The Black Ink Project is an initiative by Morehouse to improve your writing skills. And that will be done through your enrollment in your classes in English 101, 102, courses you will take in your first year experience, courses you will take in the general education curriculum, and in your discipline. The effort to improve your writing will be done through infusion of Black life in history and culture materials. That we found that introducing cultural relevant materials into your curriculum and into your writing assignments helps you improve and enhance your written language skills and your critical thinking skills. The Black Ink Project provides you with an opportunity to develop your writing at every stage of your education experience at Morehouse College. The Black Ink Project is connected to all the majors and all the disciplines at Morehouse. All the disciplines have developed courses that incorporate Black life and history into their major courses. The Black life, history, culture component of the Black Ink Project gives you a foundation in Black life, history, and culture. And again, as I repeat, helps you introduce you to Black life, Black culture, and also enhances your writing abilities and writing skills. There are four major goals of the Black Ink Project. One, it engages students in writing that will improve your written language communication. As I mentioned, your freshman composition 101 and 102, where we work on mechanics, grammar, developing different modes of writing in those classes. Also, in terms of the topics that we use, in terms of readings, and in terms of prompts, are related to Black life, history, and culture. Goal 3, in terms of involving the faculty, in terms of developing strategies and assignments to help you improve your writing. Our faculty have been involved in workshops over the past year to provide strategy to help you improve your writing. And Morehouse is known for producing research on Black males. We want to enhance that in terms of producing research on Black males' writing skills and writing abilities. There are 5 learning outcomes that we will assess your writing abilities. By the end of your senior year, the project proposes that 80% of you or more will be able to write papers and essays at the highest proficiency level. And student 1 learning outcome is to enable you to be able to produce grammatically and mechanically correct written documents. In some cases, this is the area where you will be helped in terms of English 101 and 102. Learning outcome 2 is to help you organize and develop a coherent and cohesive written document. Learning outcome 3 is to help you develop more your critical thinking and reasoning skills when you produce written documents that make use of Black life, history, and culture materials. And our learning outcome 4, we want you to be able to correctly apply appropriate modes and types of writing in different contexts and with different purposes of your writing assignments. And number 5, the learning outcome is that your writing tasks and your writing assignments, we want you to be able to write papers and write, final paper that draws up on all aspects of the lives and histories and culture of Black people. I'm available 5 days a week. I'm located in the Writing Center. You have my email. You have my office phone. We have a number of items that we would like to share with some of you. We have T-shirts with the Black Ink Project. We have other items like maybe a pen. So if you stop by the Writing Center, we'll offer you and give you a T-shirts. Again, welcome. Look forward to meeting some of you. And if you have any questions, please contact me. Have a great day. Have a great semester, and welcome to Morehouse.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ms. Judilyn Renard. I am with the Frederick Douglass Academic Success Center. We are located in the middle of the freshman quad is the big oval building. Our hours of operation for the 2021-2022 academic year will be 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday. And today I want to talk about some of the services that we offer at our center. So one of the first things is that we do offer tutorial services. We have peer tutoring and we also have virtual tutoring. Our peer tutors are students who are students at Morehouse who have been trained and certified to serve as tutors. They are recommended highly by their academic program directors or the divisional chairs. And once again, they are trained by us. These tutors are available in areas such as calculus and calculus 2, differential equations with different maths. We have tutors in the business area. We have tutors in economics. We also provide tutors in our different STEM programs such as physics and engineering. And then we also make sure to offer tutors available in the social sciences and the humanitarian subjects. Tutors are going to be available, our peer tutors are going to be available via Starfish, which was talked about earlier in the presentation. As a student, you will go into Starfish and then you'll look under resources. And in resources, you'll find a list of tutors based on the subject that you are enrolled in. You will schedule that tutor based on your availability and their availability. They are available after the 8 o'clock time frame. So they're available after 8, before 8, and over the weekend. Our office hours are just set between 8 and 8. So if you're not available between that time, you can schedule them for hours after that time frame, but you will meet with them virtually via either Zoom or Microsoft Teams. For anyone who would like to come into the center, once again, you will still book the tutor via Starfish and just request that they come into the center and meet with you during a specific time frame if they're available. We also offer virtual tutors. We've partnered with a company known as BrainFuse. BrainFuse will be booked via Blackboard. So once again, as Dr. Matkins stated earlier, it's important to go into your Blackboard if you need tutorial service help and you would like to meet with somebody in a subject matter that we don't cover. You can go into Blackboard under Tools and find BrainFuse and schedule an appointment to meet with someone live. At that time, these are tutors who are professionals. They have graduated from universities in different programs. They have master's degrees in the subject matter and are skilled in that subject matter. So once again, I just want to reiterate that we offer tutoring in both peer tutors, which are student tutors at Morehouse, in person and virtual, but then we also have virtual tutors that we have that are offered through BrainFuse and other online services that we've partnered with outside of Morehouse. The next thing that I would like to talk about is study hall. We offer study hall for our students this will be in person. We have partnered with housing to also come into the dorms and offer tutorial services. So just check our website, and we'll be able to offer you the timeframes in which those services will be offered in dorms. But we will have tutoring study hall sessions available for students in person in Douglas, but also in the dorms. And then the next thing I would like to bring to the table so that we can kind of wrap this up is our workshops. We have 3 staple workshops that we offer. We have our college readiness workshops. This is where you'll get additional assistance on study skills. We'll also offer time management workshops, and we'll also offer majors exploration workshops. This is offered both virtually and is also offered in person. And if you are not able to attend our live virtual workshops or our in-person workshops, these will be recorded and placed on our YouTube page. So don't worry about missing. We'll make sure that you're able to get access to that via YouTube. We also have our Beyond Morehouse workshops. These workshops are held jointly with our Student Athlete Advisory Committee, which is known as SAC, on campus. These workshops are aimed to help our student athletes and our students at Morehouse prepare for life after Morehouse. Last year, we were able to have guest speaker Deandra Dugans from the Baltimore Ravens come in and talk to students about how they can market themselves both on social media and on their resumes for the job that they will want to get outside of graduation. We've also were able to bring in a guest from Delta Community Bank to talk about plans that things you can put in place at this moment to help you secure homes and cars and start businesses. And then finally, we were able to have someone from Delta HR department come in and teach our students what they should be doing when they're putting together resumes. She was able to give a lot of good tips and tricks and things that they don't talk about outside of the industry. So she was really able to walk our students through creating and developing strong resumes and how to put themselves together to make themselves strong candidates when it comes to interviews. And finally, we have our library services workshops. We've actually partnered with the AUC Woodruff Library to offer different workshops throughout the semester. And during those workshops, you'll learn how to put together a proper research program, paper, how to properly cite. You'll also have the opportunity to learn about more different study skills that they offer. So you'll be able to, once again, learn about time management, how to do put together note cards, how to properly how to set your schedule up in a way that best benefits you. And then also they offer different writing workshops as well. So you'll be able to get those 3 different types of workshops through the Frederick Douglass Academic Success Center. Once again, we'll be offering those in person. We'll also be offering those virtually. And if you're not able to attend any of those, then you will be able to go onto our YouTube page and watch the recording. And then finally, I just want to kind of mention something that we're going to have new this year. We're actually bringing in academic coach. This is someone that's going to work with the students to help them learn how to be students at Morehouse and develop them out to become independent learners. So we definitely have a lot going on at the Frederick Douglass Academic Success Center. We want you to come to us, not when it's at that point where it's a dire need. We want you to be proactive and seek us out early. Once again, we're located in the middle of we're located next to the freshman dorms in the middle of the quad. It's the big oval building. You cannot miss us. We're between the hours of 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. Monday through Friday, and we are available to help in anything that you need us to help in. So please, please, please use this service because we really want to make sure that you guys are doing whatever you need to do to graduate and become Morehouse men. And that's all that I have. So thank you in advance for utilizing our service, and thank you for giving me this time to present this. And I'm going to just throw up our contact information so that if you have any questions or concerns or anything that you think you need clarification on, then you'll be able to reach out to us and we'll be more than happy to answer. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen real quick so that you have that information.
Thank you very much. And as this information is being shared, please feel free to ask any questions, comments that you may have regarding the past presentations. We thank our presenters. So any questions you may have about our tutoring resources, academic resources, the platform of Banner Web that was introduced by Dr. Matkins. And again, we have Dr. Norman's presentation on the Black Ink Project, which is very central to the general curriculum at Morehouse College. So again, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask those and we will address those in order. And again, this doesn't somehow conclude our conversation in this regard. We will extend this during the semester. So if you don't have any ideas or questions you wish to generate presently, feel free to, again, show up at the Frederick Douglass Center. She just told you where it is. It is indeed something that you can't miss. It's the only building of its configuration on the campus. So you can always go there for study hours as well. And Dr. Norman, again, is over the Black Ink Project. And it's not merely learning how to write, but it's a certain way of critical analysis in your thinking that cuts across disciplines. So don't assume that because you may not be in a writing intensive discipline that you don't need it. You definitely need it. So please do make yourself available to these resources. As I look, we're not generating any questions and I don't want to belabor the point. So at this point, we will adjourn, but we will reconvene at 2 p.m. We will reconvene at 2 p.m. At that time, we will have a presentation on the Maurice Washington Leadership Program. Again, we will adjourn and we will reconvene at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today. Thank you so much.
Greetings, men of Morehouse, and welcome to New Student Orientation. My name is Douglas Cooper, and I serve as the Executive Director for the Office of Career Development and Engagement at Morehouse College. Allow me to add my congratulations to you embarking on a wonderful journey here with us at Morehouse College. We wanted to take a moment today to discuss with you a unique program that exists within Student Services called our Maurice Washington Emerging Leaders Program. It is a 2-semester program designed for first-year, transfer, and sophomore students to develop effective leadership, career readiness, and financial literacy skills. This program focuses on preparing students to succeed at Morehouse College and contribute to the community as student leaders by creating a foundational framework in their first 2 years at the college. This year-long program aims to engage students in college orientation and identify pathways to leadership while allowing students to develop comprehensive career development plans. As a student services program, it serves as a collaboration between several key departments as a means to service first-year students and sophomore students. Those areas are student leadership and talent development, career development and engagement, housing and residential education, diversity, equity, and inclusion, and new student transitional programs. The participants will be provided the opportunity to develop leadership capacity and efficacy and explore career interests and goals. Just to give you a brief overview of it, the first year there will be a cohort of students that will do the career development and engagement modules, and then there'll be a cohort B that will do the student leadership modules, and then there'll be also a sophomore student cohort. In the spring semester, students will rotate and they will again cover student leadership, career development and engagement, and other optional opportunities that you'll have while with us at Morehouse College. Some of the other optional opportunities to engage will be our Get on the Bus, Spring Symposium, our International Spring Tour, and our Career Leadership Institute. These are a few of the additional ways in which we're providing a platform for you to become engaged. This program has been supported by JP Morgan Chase. They will drive the financial literacy and e-learning modules, and they provided us with $1 million over a 5-year period to provide these unique opportunities for our students to become engaged. Some of the exciting aspects of this program will be, in addition to these different ways in which you can become engaged, there'll also be the opportunity for you to secure scholarships. There will be 5 scholarships that we've identified now that will be focused on a few key areas. And those key areas will be in career readiness, student leadership, the JP Morgan Chase Award, our Emerging First Year Scholar Award, and then the highest GPA. Although GPA is important, we want to ensure that we focus on all students regardless of what your GPA is, to make sure that you're engaged, that we embrace your experience here at Morehouse College and provide the support that you need, and hopefully encourage you to become engaged and really step outside of your normal comfort zone to contribute to the Morehouse community and the broader community at large. Each one of these scholarships will be $10,000, and I'm sure for you and your families that will help. It's not going to pay the whole ride, but it's certainly a way in which you can kind of augment your educational expenses. But there'll be a host of other ways in which we hope that you'll see the incentive and the value of you participating as a Maurice Washington Emerging Leader. One of the things that we want to mention to you is that your involvement early on is going to be a key factor in your success. We certainly want you to focus on your academic activities and make sure that you have a solid foundation academically, but also understand that it's a balance. It's a balance between the academics, getting engaged in leadership, starting to understand the strategies that you need to use as you develop your careers, and certainly looking at what the aspects of leadership are, both within the walls of Morehouse College and beyond. So we wanted to just take a moment here to give you a brief overview of that program. I've discussed some of the different departments that exist within Student Services that you'll all engage with, and we just want to wish you a wonderful experience at Morehouse College. We're here to help you, to be supportive of you, and look for you to be incredibly successful. Thank you so much. Welcome to Morehouse. Have a great day.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone, or good morning, depending on what time zone you are in. My name is Sean Moore, and I have the pleasure of serving as the Associate Dean for Student Life and Leadership here at Morehouse College. We know that you are all super excited to return back in a few days. And so we're excited to have you all back, as in the Office of Student Services, we have a lot of great events planned, programs, and a lot of engagement opportunities to help support your matriculation at Morehouse College. And the work that I do in the Office of Student Services is primarily focused around leadership development and student life. Now, you've heard my colleague, Mr. Doug Cooper, talk to you a little bit about the Maurice Washington Emerging Leaders Program. The great thing about this program is that we want to really be in support of the college's mission. And, we know that the college's mission is to develop men with disciplined minds who lead lives of leadership and service. The idea here is that what we do in student services, what we do in student life and leadership is really designed to supplement that work that comes on the academic side. And so we've developed several different leadership opportunities that will allow you to grow your leadership capacity and choose a very intentional pathway to grow your leadership skills. We have a few different leadership opportunities that I'll talk to you about that are designed specifically to support your growth as a leader on our campus. The first being the Student Leadership Institute, which is a day-long institute that allows for students who are applying for key leadership positions to grow those skills with workshops and really key performance opportunities to really show their leadership in action. That occurs in January of every academic year as a part of our J-Mester experience, and you'll get more information about that as the semester moves on. The other key leadership opportunity that we have, or leadership development opportunity that we have, is our LEAD Leadership Certificate Program, which provides you an opportunity to attend a specific number of leadership workshops. At the end of that experience, you will really reflect on how those workshops may have potentially grown or evolved your thoughts and view and vision of leadership. And then at the end, here, our newest sort of opportunity that Mr. Cooper talked about is our Maurice Washington Emerging Leaders Program. And so we want to really highlight that there are intentional pathways and steps that we have in support of the work that you do here on campus, whether that is taking up the role as a resident advisor, whether you're interested in running for a class office position, whether you have your sights set on becoming Student Government Association president in a few years, or even if you're looking at being a new student orientation leader that you'll get an opportunity to meet in a few days. There are so many opportunities that we provide to be of support to you in the work that you do, to make sure that as you are moving in these positions, that there's a wraparound of care that will help you be the best person that you can be as you continue to evolve at Morehouse College. Now, Doug provided some context to the Maurice Washington Emerging Leaders program. We will have a full session during the in-person new student orientation that will provide you with a deeper sort of experience and understanding of that program. In addition, we will have sort of an introductory sort of interaction and an opportunity to meet with our JP Morgan sponsorship folks that will talk to you a little bit about financial literacy. One of the key components to our Maurice Washington Emerging Leaders Program is that it is a beautiful blend and combination of leadership development and theory, career readiness and development, and also financial literacy. We realize that for many Black and Brown communities, that idea and focus of financial literacy isn't always put or shared at the forefront. And we want to make sure that we do our job here at the college to provide those co-curricular opportunities that focus a little bit more on financial literacy. And so that is one of the three main pillars of the Maurice Washington Emerging Leaders Program. So we'll have a whole sort of workshop experience where we go into detail about the program. We'll have almost an introductory workshop about financial literacy, and you'll learn a little bit more about the workshops that will be available throughout the semester that will provide you that beautiful playground to be able to evolve your skills in a way that will really support you while you matriculate through Morehouse, whether that's in a student leadership role, whether that's in that amazing internship that you'll land, whether that's in the career post Morehouse, or whether that is even in a graduate assistant or a graduate school sort of pathway that you decide to take. And so we have all of those opportunities available for you that will help support your growth as a man of Morehouse into a Morehouse man. And so what I'll do is I'll leave this open. If anybody has any specific questions around student life and leadership, you can feel free to drop those in the chat. But I will talk about a few of our key experiences that will be happening on the student life side, right? When we think about student life, that also expands out not only just student leadership, but it also expands into the work that we do, particularly in student activities. And so there will be opportunities for you to be able to safely meet and interact with students, not only at Morehouse, but also in the AUC. We will be implementing our Hump Wednesdays, in which it's almost like an outdoor sort of celebration hosted by CASA, our campus activities board. We're in the process of looking at what our homecoming experience will look like for this upcoming fall, making sure that we're taking all precautions into play as we think about how we can create and craft that unique Morehouse and AUC sort of experience. We also have intentional work happening with our registered student organizations, which is another one of our premier sort of leadership opportunities. We have right now registered over 40 student organizations, ranging from academic student organizations, social student organizations, organizations that revolve around very special and particular interest groups. And we want to make sure that you get involved in some capacity, right? That's one of the really important components of making this college experience the most that it can be, right? And so there's opportunity for you to get involved in a lot of different capacities. We also want to let you know that there will be information. If you look at our registered student organization listing, or you go to our RSO fair, which will happen the second week of September, and you don't see the organization that maybe speaks to your interests, there is the ability to create an organization, right? And that means that essentially you see a need and you want to create and fill that need on our campus that may be of support of some sort of community that we don't have represented here in particular. And so we will share with you those steps to start a student organization and making sure that you have enough students that'll help support you in that process that also may have similar interests in that way. One of the other key points that I want to share with you is that because we are keeping in mind the evolving sort of situation that's happening with COVID-19 and the Delta variant, we are encouraging that a lot of components to our student life and leadership engagement opportunities will be able to work virtually and in person. When we think back to even our leadership workshops that we'll be having, if a student feels comfortable enough and maybe just wants to experience those workshops virtually, there will be enough workshops for them to complete the program virtually. There will be enough workshops for them to complete the programs in person. We want to make sure that we have those balance of offerings so that depending on where your comfortability is, in terms of engaging with people in person, that we want to make sure that we're accommodating that in a very interesting way. We're also encouraging our registered student organizations who really take a big piece of what our student life is to still also program virtually while also creating some in-person experiences as well. So we've been listening as we've been having house notes across the summertime, and then listening to what our student needs are and really trying to find and striking that balance that really speaks to the safety of our community while also holding true to some of the traditions that happen within our community as well. So with that being said, again, I'll share my contact information. I'll also drop it in the chat of YouTube. But if you have any questions about student life or student leadership, my email address is sean.moore, the number 2, at morehouse.edu. That's SHAWN period MOORE, the number 2, at morehouse.edu. I will also be around and visible for new student orientation. So if you do have any questions, please feel free to reach out, as I will be here as a resource for you as you return and we are reunited back as a Morehouse community. So with that being said, I want to say thank you, and I'll toss it back over to the good brother, Professor Ilya Davis. Sorry, Professor Davis, I think there is some audio issues. I'm
Okay,
I'm
there we
looking in the
go.
chat. Yep, there we go.
I got it. Thank you very much. I'm sorry. Again, I will restate, I apologize. This is the schedule for the new student orientation live. We begin our formal programming on the 12th. Even though move-in begins on the 11th, the formal programming begins on the 12th. So we invite you to check your emails later this evening to ensure that you receive this correspondence, which includes this program. I was just trying to show you before you receive it some of the things to look forward to. As you see here, we have check-in beginning 8 a.m. How do you know your check-in? Housing has already forwarded your information regarding check-in, move-in times. As you go over this program later today after having received our correspondence, please be attuned to some of the key events that parents and students are encouraged to participate. That will be the Welcome to the House at 7:30 p.m. on the 12th, and then again, parent parting ceremony on Friday, same time, 7:30 p.m. Parents, guardians don't need to participate after the 13th. That will only be for students. Again, I will not go over the entire schedule, but this schedule will be available to everyone beginning this evening. And of course, if you do not receive this email, please contact us. The email that we will use will be the email through which he received his admissions to Morehouse. We will double that by also providing resources or this schedule through his Morehouse email. Because we understand that everyone's Morehouse email may not be functional, that's the reason why we're using the personal emails that or through which we corresponded earlier. Again, I just wanted to give you a sense of what we expect for parents and students. That will be for the 12th and the 13th. On the 12th, welcome to the house, 7:30 p.m. Parent parting, 7:30 on Friday, the 13th. And indeed, that is Friday, the 13th. Again, I would like to thank you all for participating. We look forward to having you on campus. Please be safe and please enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you all so much.